Welcome everybody to today's live stream. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin dumping and base meme tokens crashing. Just go ahead and break it out. It looks like Bitcoin has touched that $59,000 range, which we've been talking about these last couple days. For all those that have been following me, and for all those that are brand new, welcome to the channel. Do me that favor and smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because if you've been following me for these last couple days, what we're seeing in the market should have not surprised you whatsoever, right? It seems like a lot of fear is going on currently right now in the market. People are panicking, overreacting, and that's typically what we see during times like this in the market, right? So let me go ahead and check if we are officially live on the live stream. I'm going to go ahead and do that by checking my mobile device as usual. So let me go ahead and pull out the live stream here and see if everything's working out perfectly. So it looks like we are officially live, so that's good to see. And now let me go ahead and start sharing this with the community, right? So let me go ahead and refresh this page. Meantime, if you are watching this pre-recorded, feel free to skip to where you see me actually talking about the charts, right? If you don't want to go ahead and wait till I go ahead and do this. But as usual, let me go ahead and share this with the community. We are liver. Alrighty. Started the live stream a little bit later today. Had some unexpected things come up. It's actually live, so I take that back. I completely forgot about live streaming. It didn't really cross my mind. I'm like, oh snap, I got a live stream. And I came and realized, and I looked at the time, and I'm like, it looks pretty late. It looks pretty late. I don't know if anybody's gonna join me today, right? I'm already like, typically I live stream about 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's already almost 8, 7:40 right now. So we'll see if anybody joins us. If not, like I mentioned, I know a lot of you watch this pre-recorded, but I was debating of live streaming or not, but there is some very important news I want to talk about. And that's the reason why I decided to go ahead and live stream. Hopefully for all those that are watching, it's not too late by the time you get this information. But yeah, so we actually have the FOMC meeting tomorrow, which is going to be very massive. Wednesday is when the FOMC meeting goes. They're going to be talking about the unemployment rate, job losses, and those sorts of boring stuff that goes on in the market, right? So a lot of people are projecting that we might not be having any rate cuts until September, October, and that's actually what the Fed said themselves, right? So there's a high probability interest rates, a rate cut will be happening around October. So we're going to go ahead and see how the market reacts. How's it going, man? Live trader, how's it going, bro? Hope you're having a good one, man. How are you doing today? So we do have the FOMC. It's projected rate cuts won't happen until October. So we still have some more time for this bull run. I believe we still have about, in my opinion, 8 to 14 months. Hopefully the market does get extended, but that's kind of like where my range is heading towards. 8 to 14 months is very, very possible for this market to continue to run up, right? So eventually we will reach a top. I don't think we're near the top yet. I do think we will be having one soon. Okay, bro, from the UK. Nice, man. Shout out to the UK. I know I get a lot of love from the UK. What time is it for you right now, man? Is it already nighttime or is it morning time? Oh, I'm assuming, it's going to be morning time very soon. Yeah. I like trading UK time zone. I like trading UK time zone and Asian time zone. But shout out to you, bro. Especially if you're new to the channel. Haven't seen you. But yeah, welcome. So it is a very big day on Wednesday. And for all those that have been following me these last couple days, shouldn't be surprised with what's going on in the market. I'm still predicting for a $85,000 Bitcoin coming in the next coming days to weeks. So far, the pattern has 4 a.m. Man, you're an early bird, bro. You're getting the crypto info very early, right? So we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what we could be expecting in the market, right? This shouldn't be any surprise to any of you that have been following me these last couple days. We've literally predicted this for a while, been watching a long time, just don't comment. Man, it's great to hear that. Yeah, I like the interaction. I like when all of you interact because it gives me an idea of I remember faces, if that makes any sense, even though it's virtual, but I remember names and profile pictures. So I like to I encourage everybody that watches to comment when you are watching and you have the opportunity to watch live, right? So looking at the daily on Bitcoin right now, we are forming this inverse head and shoulders pattern, which I mentioned it's a massive bullish indicator for a bullish reversal, and that's what it looks like it's forming. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and see what happens. There's a possibility that tomorrow, being a Wednesday, we could go ahead and have Bitcoin dump to $57,000. So don't panic if we do see that, and we could potentially even drop as low as 53 to 54, right? There's a possibility it could be like a little flash crash or liquidity grab where it pushes Bitcoin and it reverses very quickly in anticipation of fear. So just be very careful if you were to go ahead and see that, right? What I'm looking forward to is as soon as we do get this reversal and we start breaking this range at around $67,000 on Bitcoin, it could be a consideration of a good long, right? And the reason being that is, as I mentioned, I do believe this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern on the daily. We're going to go ahead and see that reversal very soon. We're also followed with a bull flag pattern on the daily as well. So we're getting ready for that breakout. It just depends on when that's going to happen. Is it going to happen next week? Well, obviously it's not going to happen this week, right? That's what I could tell you. It's not going to happen this week. We might be looking, as I mentioned to a lot of you, by second week of May, mid-May, we should be seeing a reversal in this market, right? So that's what we're going to be seeing. And the reason why I mention that is because we're still very healthy, guys. If we actually zoom out, we're still very healthy. Nothing to panic about. We talk about how we had this similar market structure back over here with the whole entire Bitcoin ETF talks. And I know this is very repetitive information, but we have to remember what we're looking at the charts, right? Because it's really easy for us to go ahead and freak out and panic when we start seeing a lot of red, right? Especially if you're invested into meme tokens like myself. We've been seeing a lot of red in the market, 40, 50, 60, 80% corrections, right? And this is the reason why, even though I don't trade Bitcoin as much, I did enter a short trade Friday or over the weekend, and I got stopped out. And that's the reality of leverage trading, you know? The market makers are always going to stop you out or liquidate you out of your positions. And this is the reason why we're seeing a lot of volatility. So don't be surprised if later on today, depending on the time we're watching this, for me it's still Tuesday, so Wednesday, FOMC meeting will be coming in at around, I think it's typically 12 or 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm not too sure. I'll go ahead and watch it, and I'll obviously go ahead and report to all of you what happens. But by then, most of you and most of us should already have some information of how the market reacted. So there's a possibility we could have a dump tomorrow and quickly recover following towards Thursday and Friday. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. As I mentioned, time will tell. But that's the reason why I decided not to ignore today's live stream. I was going to live stream today, but I wanted to give out that fair warning. Now, there's a possibility that we might have another quick little dump where it's going to be shaking people out, the last longs, and shaking out people out of their altcoins and their meme tokens, right? So be very careful if we do see that kind of correction. So looking at the 4 hourly right now, and so far right now, we are holding this area of support. We are seeing on the RSI that we are oversold. So I do think $59,000 range on Bitcoin has a really nice area of support. But as I mentioned, don't be surprised if we do approach that 57,000, right? So keep that in mind. That could be very possible. So overall right now, before being too repetitive, Bitcoin is doing this thing. It's not looking bearish. It's not looking bullish. I wouldn't be shorting these levels right now until, as I mentioned, until we close underneath that $59,000 range. We could even go as low as 58, right? We see right here in the 4-hourly that we even did a liquidity grab all the way over here. So we should be seeing some sort of reversal coming in my opinion, by Thursday and Friday. We should be seeing a nice recovery back up. But it could be a consideration in opening a short if we do go ahead and close below that $58,000 Bitcoin. And that would mean that Bitcoin's top is finally in. And we will be seeing that $42,000 range coming up, right? So I apologize. I have like terrible allergies, man. So Chicago says, go short at 91% leverage for the win. Wait, don't. Yeah, right now is not the time to short, man. Right now, it's not the time to short, guys. I've been having some terrible allergies. Like my eyes, my nose is like, it's been pretty bad lately, but I apologize for that. So no, I wouldn't consider shorting right now. The shorting opportunity might have been already over. And the reason why I say that is because with tomorrow's news, we could quickly recover. So you have to be very, very careful. Right now is not the time to long. Right now is not the time to short. Wait till we have the FOMC meeting news. We see that quick recovery. And then let's go ahead and wait for confirmation to re-enter those positions, right? So don't leverage trade right now, guys. Just keep your money to the sideline. And if you are looking to go ahead and join a platform to leverage trade on with no KYC, go ahead and check out Blofin down below in the description. $5,000 in sign-up bonuses. Very similar to Bybit, literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. I would recommend funding that account, but do not leverage trade right now. Right now, stay out of the market. I've already been stopped out on my positions, on my short positions over the weekend. They literally stopped me out. They did a liquidity grab, liquidated me, and then dumped to my predictions, right? So don't go ahead and jump into leverage right now. Stay out until we get that information by Wednesday, and then we should be getting a little bit more information towards Thursday or Friday where this market should be heading. But as I mentioned, by tomorrow, we should get a better understanding of where the market's going, right? So let me go ahead and show you another indicator right now that's, I don't want to say concerning, because this should be to no surprise of what we talked about, but we are also seeing the DXY trying to break out of this area of resistance at around the 106.496, right? So it looks like the DXY right now is reversing. We're more than likely going to go ahead and touch this area of resistance within this range right here. I don't think we'll have the buying power or the strength, is what I meant, to break through this very, very easily. It looks like we are going to break through towards it. But as I mentioned, the good thing I like about the DXY is that with the DXY, every time it enters these over interested or overbought, oversold territories in the RSI, we usually tend to see some sort of reversal, right? We see it right here. We became to that overbought, over interested area, and then right here as well, we see that reversal down right here. So every time we start entering this range, it's pretty respected on the DXY with the RSI, right? So just looking at the RSI alone and looking at past analysis, we could go ahead and see that it does look like the DXY is wanting to go ahead and squeeze up. So that could mean a little bit more red in the market, right? We could even potentially end the week red on Thursday and Friday just to go ahead and shake out the last people that they want, or we could go ahead and see a full-on reversal. But as I mentioned, expect a lot of volatility and a lot of consolidation within the next 2 days by the end of this week, right? I don't really expect too much of market movement. I do see more bleeding in the market. So if we were to go ahead and see some movements in the market, there's a possibility we could be pushing more towards the red side, right? So just be very, very careful. The DXY is also close to reaching a top. So worst comes to worst, we see the DXY try to retest the 107.349 or even slightly break above it and then slightly start correcting and then consolidate for a while before this becomes a new support, and then we start seeing the DXY reverse, which is obviously not going to be good for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, right? The DXY 145 is my prediction by the end of this cycle or by the end of this bull run, right? So we're going to go ahead and see where things go for the DXY, but the DXY is also, it only has a little bit of room left for it to go up, meaning this red is almost over for the market, right? Until we go ahead and break past this resistance and there's no longer resistance and it becomes support, then that's when we're going to be entering more of a little riskier territory when it comes to crypto. But right now, the DXY is also going to be very overextended very, very soon. So it doesn't really have much battery left for the DXY to do much, unless we just get this massive strength out of nowhere where it breaks past its resistance, it holds this area of support, and then we just start seeing the dollar climb up like crazy, which would mean that the Bitcoin top has been in at that $70,000 plus range, right? Another indicator that we're looking at right now is going to be the US 100, which we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now, right? Let me go ahead and read some questions. Vernon, how's it going? Damn, Bitcoin is going to 10K. I don't think $10,000 Bitcoin will happen. The allergies would not be so bad if you stopped hanging out with those dogs wearing ski masks. Yeah, man. Maybe if I had a ski mask myself too, I probably wouldn't have bad allergies, right? So looking at the US 100, which is a NASDAQ, we are seeing right now, and I hope you're having a good one today, Vernon, by the way. We are seeing right now that the US 100, we talked about this RSI being crossed, and right now it looks like we are probably going to be holding on to the support very nicely. So even with the US 100, I do expect us to go ahead and break past this area of resistance at around the $1,800 range. So also the US 100, which is the NASDAQ, in my opinion, is showing some bullishness. Worst comes to worst, chat. And this would be the worst, right? That we see the US 100 come all the way back down, retesting the 16,284, and then slightly coming back up with this correction, which just would mean that it will take us a little bit longer for the tokens that we're hoping for to pump, right? I don't think this is going to be the case. I think more than likely we're going to go ahead and break past his resistance, and this is just based looking at the RSI as well, right? Because if we were to go ahead and fall, we would slightly quickly recover, in my opinion, with a V-shaped recovery happening, because there's not really much left in the market to really push the US 100 right now, unless there was some major black swan event or a correction where it would dump everything all the way down, which would be pretty bad. So I don't think that's going to happen, but we always have to go ahead and do both case scenarios, bullish and bearishness, just in case we don't get caught slacking in this market. But besides the fact, the market, as I mentioned, let's not go ahead and overthink it and overpredict a lot of these things until tomorrow with the FOMC meeting, and we'll get a better understanding of where the market's heading, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the fear and greed chart, and we have settled down back to about that 50 range, with right now currently being at 54 in greed. Yesterday we were at that 67, and last week we were at 72 in greed, with Bitcoin dominance slightly falling down and its market cap being down 6%. But we have seen an increase of 24-hour volume, right? So that's very, very interesting. We're going to go ahead and see where things go by tomorrow. I don't want to overanalyze any of this. I just wanted to do a quick little TA session, just to go ahead and stay up flow with the market and not to have anybody panic. I don't want any of you panicking if we do see a massive correction tomorrow, right? Keep in mind, it's very, very possible, and it's also very, very possible where we just see a massive reversal and we just pump, and Bitcoin is back to like good, healthy levels. Altcoins start pumping. Meme tokens are up 200 to 300%, right? That's the reality of what could really happen tomorrow as well, right? So I do not want to sit here and overanalyze everything, but crypto bubbles slightly neutral right now looking at the hourly. And on the daily, it does look pretty red, right? So nothing to panic about, in my opinion. I guess the other news too that we have is that CZ finally got charged for going to prison for the 4 months, which doesn't seem too bad of a deal, right? So I guess he's getting locked up for some stuff. I don't know. Supposedly he was money laundering, some BS, man. Honestly, there's really nothing else that I see that's interesting right now in the crypto news market besides the fact that CZ is serving some time in prison for supposedly money laundering through Binance, right? So that's that. And let's go ahead and talk about base tokens, because that's what really excites me here every time I talk about the market. And it actually makes me very proud and happy that Andy's holding on to these levels really, really nicely. Doesn't mean we can't just have a sudden dump, right? It definitely does bring in some confidence looking at where this market's heading and looking at how most of the base tokens that we've been talking about, they're not doing that bad. I mean, Andy currently right now is at around that 21 million market cap. And we talked about this POC, this point of control area right here being broken. And we actually consolidated here for a few couple of days, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th day, we ended up having that breakout. So it was very nerve-wracking right here. It's definitely some nail-biting action that we had. I literally was like, oh my gosh, like I hope we don't dump, because if we were to go ahead and dump right here, we were going to lose everything that we really worked for on Andy coming to these levels, right? So I'm glad to go ahead and see that we were able to hold and respect this area of the POC, the point of control, where we use our fixed volume indicator, indicating that was a very strong area of interest in buying pressure and selling pressure, and we were actually able to break through this area, right? So I'm actually glad we were able to break past that. So we could go ahead and get rid of this now, but you guys were all there with me when I actually made a video about how important these levels were, both the bullishness and the bearishness. And what I like about right now what we're seeing with Andy, it's not always a case that even though it's a meme coin, you could definitely see traders are trading the chart and respecting the chart so far. So this usually indicates that the team is not being greedy. They're not just pumping and dumping their chart. They're not just wrecking the chart. And that's what I actually like to see, right? It doesn't mean it can't change, but you could tell when a project is being just a pump and dump by their team members. And an example I want to kind of give you that is Bowden on base, right? I told a lot of you I did buy into Bowden, but look at this with Bowden, man. It literally just pumped, hit over 1 million market cap, and then it dumped. It quickly recovered, another pump, another dump, another pump, another dump, and then eventually you just keep on seeing this thing collapse, right? So what we're seeing right now, this is technically almost a rug pull, right? Can it go ahead and have a reversal? 100%. But look at these bad indicators. Over $4,000 in 24-hour volume. Holder decrease has dumped. We went from over $1 million market cap to $85,000, and I'm glad I didn't throw in any more money, right? Because I did believe right here that this was going to reverse potentially, but I also knew that there was a high possibility that this was going to be a fake out, right? And during times like this in the market, this is where you get to go ahead and see which token is actually worth buying into and holding on to, right? It doesn't mean we can't see a reversal on Bowden on base. Maybe it's a buying opportunity, I don't know, but for me, I already feel like I already made my loss on this, and I'm glad I did not overinvest on this again, right? I only threw in an additional 70 bucks a few days ago, and I'm glad I didn't put any more, right? Because I saw a possibility of this coming. So we are literally right under from what it looks like from where it actually launched, right? So this is where you can see when a token's kind of crappy, or when there's a lot of insider trading or inside freaking manipulation is what you call. And a healthy chart is something such as Andy, right? Where you see it pump, then you see it correct 70%, you see it pump, you see it correct another 80%. You see that slight increase of momentum, volume, holder count. This is what you call a healthy chart. You could just tell that the team is not purposely wrecking the chart, right? They're respecting the levels, they're committed to the project, and you could just tell, right? You could just tell straight off the bat when it's a project fully ran by influencers pumping and dumping their bags, and a community behind a project they truly believe, and the team is not selling other tokens to the community, right? So we've seen some massive success in Andy, in my opinion. Currently right now 21 million market cap with over 22,000 holders. We're about to break past that $23,000 mark very soon. 456,000 on the 24-hour volume. And what I specifically like to go ahead and see is during times like this in a market, when there's a lot of panic, instead of the community panicking and selling, you start to see a lot of buy orders, right? I'm assuming a lot of these buy orders are probably also the team's freaking bots. I'm assuming that the team is probably creating artificial volume. And honestly, I really do think there could be a possibility, as you see bot. There could be a possibility that the team's also creating artificial volume. But regardless of the fact, I think that's bullish, right? So we've seen this kind of behavior in the past with Pepe 2.0. So we've seen this in the past with very successful teams and tokens that want to take it to the next level. And Andy's looking pretty good. I'm liking the charts. I'm liking everything about it, whether it's an actual artificial growth, meaning they're just artificially pumping the charts to make it look healthy and interesting to traders, or if it's actually the community holding the chart. Regardless of the fact, I think both of those scenarios are very, very bullish in my opinion. And this is what a good project with a good community looks like, right? So Andy's holding up pretty well. Hasn't really done too bad. Ever since we talked about this point of control, we have pumped over a little bit over, let's not go ahead and exaggerate, right? But we pumped a little bit over an 88% pump over the weekend is when we had it. I think it was Saturday when we saw that major pump, right? So it's looking pretty healthy. Right now we're going to go ahead and see what levels are going to be held for Andy. We're going to go ahead and dump back down and then have a massive reversal. I do believe our next price target is going to be taking Andy towards that 80 million plus market cap, right? So go ahead and stay tuned for that. Benny, I'm also liking Benny. Benny did slightly correct a lot more than Andy, but even overall, looking at the chart from far away out, in my opinion, this is a very healthy chart as well. Over 321,000 in 24-hour volume. We do see it's nice a correction of over 74%, which we talked about within this range right here. I told a lot of you, be very, very careful. There could be a possibility of a correction. Now with Benny, what I'm also liking is we are seeing a little bit more buying pressure. It's a little bit more neutral towards the selling pressure in my opinion. But it does look like the market is asking for a reversal, right? So we could be seeing a Benny's bottom finally being reached within this range right here, and we should be seeing a reversal. If not by tomorrow, we should be seeing it by Friday. We should be seeing the market reverse back. If this is the bottom, right, we should go ahead and see Andy come back over here. So if you are looking to enter any of the positions that we're going to be talking about today, I would just consider dollar cost averaging. During times like this in the market is where it could either make or break a community, right? So just be very, very careful. But I do believe the bottom for Benny is in already. If it's not in right now, it should be in by the end of the week. But it is giving us a sign that the bottom might be potentially in, right? So also Benny, I do see Benny being our all-time high was around 9 million market cap. We could be seeing within the next coming weeks around the ranges of 20 to 30 million market cap, right? So we'll see where things go for Benny and Andy. As opposed to the other tokens, feel free to comment down below if there's any other token you want to shill, any other token you want us to talk about. I obviously talk about Benny and Andy a lot because those are the projects that, for me personally, I'm mostly only invested in and I really have a strong belief in. And overall, I still believe these are good buying opportunities when it comes to these projects, right? There's a few other tokens that I'm currently watching very carefully, such as Ski Mask Dog. This is one of them. Same thing goes with this one. This one's holding up pretty well. Would probably wait for the bottom to come in if you are looking to go ahead and load up. But Ski Mask Dog is a project that I would consider myself holding on to once I start reaping my profits profits from Andy or Benny, right? So I'm patiently waiting. As I mentioned, for Benny and Andy, I'm not that far away from making some nice little returns to where I would be happy to take some small profits and flip my money and begin trading, right? But regardless of the fact, I'm not no rush or pressure due to the fact of how the market looks like right now. So until we see the signs that the market bottom have been in, and if I do get some nice returns on Andy and Benny in the next coming weeks, I would consider taking a nice little percent of gains out of my bags and then start swing trading other positions on base. Because if the market bottom is in, we could be expecting Andy, Benny, and a lot of these tokens that we have been talking about these last couple of days do over a 20x and no problem, right? 10 to 20x recovery very, very quickly. A lot of money, a lot of hype will be coming into the market, especially when Bitcoin starts approaching that $85,000 range. And we will have that excitement in the market, right? Which, as I mentioned, means risk onto tokens. So once we do get to that point, that's when I would consider swing trading a lot of these positions. But until then, I'm just dollar cost averaging and holding on to my positions. Andy and Benny, at the end of the day, when I do make money flipping these other trades, they're going to go back into Andy and Benny until I find another narrative. As I mentioned, Ski Mask is another narrative that I'm looking at. And Brit, the girl version of Brett, has dumped a lot, which could be a buying opportunity. But what I've noticed is that this is following Brett very, very similarly, right? So this token has dumped over 75%. So I think the $3.5 million range could be a good buying opportunity. But I do want to go ahead and warn you, be careful with Brett. I don't think the selling pressure is over yet, right? I do think we will continue to fall down. And I actually talked about this. I actually entered a short right here on Brett, and then I got stopped out a few days ago. But literally, look at this. I've literally drew this out a few days ago within this range right here when I saw Brett correct. And I do think Brett, there's a possibility we still have another 60 to 70% correction plus left for Brett in order for this thing to reverse. So watch out for Brett. There could be, as I mentioned, anywhere between 40 to 70% correction. I don't think 70% correction will happen, but I do believe another additional 30 to 40% correction is around the table if we do continue to lose the support, which looks like there's a high probability we will. We see a lot more selling pressure. This fear in the market doesn't do it any better. The FUD that's going on doesn't do it any better. And the fact that they enabled leverage trading doesn't do it any better, right? So I do believe that we could be seeing Brett at around 150 to potentially 80 million market cap. That's my prediction. If we do not see a reversal, we could be seeing 150 to an 80 million market cap on Brett, which would be a really nice entry in my opinion, right? So it could be a buying opportunity for many. If you did buy the top, I guess you could just dollar cost average. I don't know what really to say. I figured something like this with Brett was going to happen. I had a feeling that a massive correction was going to happen, and that's kind of the reason why I decided not to throw any money on Brett. The most I threw in was $3. And that was due to the fact that I had a feeling that Brett was going to dump and correct at least 50 to 80%. This is typically what we always see on tokens when we get this mainstream hype. When everybody starts talking about, all these influencers start making videos, everybody's excited about a token, they typically always correct with an 80+% correction. We saw that with Bonk. I called that out on Bonk when everybody was getting super, super excited. And we're going to talk about that right now. On Bonk, I'll tell you the levels that I called. And I told all of you not to go ahead and buy, right? So this is very, very common. And that's the reason why I decided not to jump into Brett, even though I do believe in Brett. But I do believe a buying opportunity of a lifetime could be coming very soon if you're bullish on the narrative and if you're bullish on Brett, right? So we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. Let me go ahead and read some comments. Hopefully the market continues declining so we could get some discounts. I'm screwed in crypto, but at least I got something out of it at the end of the day. Yeah, man, that's pretty good. Pretty sad, but at least I didn't go liquidate all that money I made. Yeah, man. I mean, that's good that you at least have some money on the sideline. BNB, do you have Benny or Andy? You speculate ski mask. There is a lot to suggest it will be a winner in the long run. I have both. I have Benny and Andy. Ski mask, I do believe, is a very bullish narrative in my opinion, and that's the reason why as soon as I do go ahead and get some more money, I will go ahead and start adding to my positions on ski mask. The only problem is that this month I had to pay a lot of bills, so like literally like 90% of my freaking check, dude, went into bills. That freaking blows. So I'm not even going to be able to invest into the market this month, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to wait until next month to invest into the market. And more than likely by then, the market's already going to be recovering. So that's going to be a little too late. But hopefully, I could go ahead and get another job because right now I'm trying to make as much money to invest into crypto. And definitely the one job I have is not making it, man. I got to make more money, right, to invest into the market. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I could go ahead and get another gig in the coming weeks. We already have a few interviews set up. So hopefully I could get a nice little offer and I could get extra money coming in to reinvest into the market, because that's what I suggest a lot of you to do. If you are in a position where you want to invest more money into the crypto market, either go ahead and get a second job, go ahead and have a side hustle. I don't know, do Uber Eats, Uber, do whatever you got to do as long as it's legal to make some money, man. Because this bull run is, in my opinion, I don't want to say is the last one, but I do believe is going to be one of the last ones where we would be able to make a lot of freaking money very, very easily. And I'm not saying the next other bull runs we won't be able to. I'm just saying this is going to be the last one where we will literally be able to make life-changing money before all the institutions finally step in, right? Because keep in mind, Ethereum ETF is coming around September, and then eventually I do believe a Solana ETF, and then we're going to have all the big banks and all the institutional buyers coming in and literally taking over everything, right? So I do expect more regulation coming in, and that's the reason why I believe these opportunities will be minimized for the next bull run. So right now, I'm like at the point where I'm like, dude, I got to get me like 2 more other jobs or something to get some money, more money coming in, throw it all into crypto, and then cross my fingers that we do very, very well, and we will probably never have to work ever again in our lives, right? So that's my suggestion. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, in my opinion. I'm telling you, I'm seeing this, man. We're going to come back in a couple months, and we're all going to be making a lot of freaking money, man. And I'm freaking excited for that. Like, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Send Andy to $1 trillion tomorrow. You need that home run, John. Yeah, eventually I'll hit it, bro. I know for sure I'll eventually hit that home run, so I'm not too worried about it. I watched Ski Mask market cap go down from 27 million, where it is at now around 19 million. That's nice, man. Is that where Ski Mask is at right now? 21 million. If Ski Mask could go to this range right here, and I think there could be a possibility. Let me see. Actually, no, there's a lot of buying pressure. Yeah, there's a possibility this might be the bottom for Ski Mask, unfortunately, because I was hoping that Ski Mask would have dumped at least another like 30 to 50%. That would be very, very nice. That would take us to around 13 million market cap. And this would be a nice buying entry right here for a lot of people. I know a lot of people would scoop this up right here. So just be on the lookout. There could be a possibility Ski Mask could dump to around 15 to 13 million market cap. So be on the lookout for that if that does happen. But honestly, there's a lot of buying pressure, and this might be the bottom for Ski Mask. And we will also be seeing, I think Ski Mask is going to be easily a over half a billion. I think it might be one of the projects that will be approaching a billion for sure. I mean, look at the holder counts, look at the 24-hour volume. It's just like the market cap is holding on pretty well. Like, I wonder if this is a VC play. That's what I really want to go ahead and know. Cute Cat coin is speculated to be a long runner. What is Cute Cat candle? Let's see. See. Cute Cat candle. Let's go ahead and see. Praying you get the second job you want. I appreciate you, Vernon. I'm hoping as well too. BNB TA, please, interested in your thoughts. It took less of a dip than BTC and ETH and so yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and take a look at it. Cute Candle Cat. I don't know about this, man. I don't like this chart, to be honest. This chart just doesn't make me feel too comfortable in it. It just makes it look very pumpy and dumpy. Probably influencers pumping it or something like that. But I'm not really liking this chart. We'll keep our eye on this and see if we could get a little bit more buying pressure coming into this. But Cute Cat Candle, I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Let's go ahead and look into BNB, man. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the bottom's in here for Cute Cat. Looks a little bit neutral, but it could be a home run, man, if a Cute Cat candle. I don't know. For me personally, I'm not really feeling this. I don't know. I mean, maybe the cat narrative is a thing, right? We'll keep it on our watch list. But to me, Cute Cat candle doesn't really excite me. I mean, maybe this is the bottom. We'll see. I'll be a little bit more interested once we start breaking past this area right here. This is where I'm going to be a little bit more interested into this token, is if we break that range right there. But let's look into the smaller time frames. Maybe we are approaching a nice area of support. No, we haven't. We haven't even approached a nice area of support. Let's see where our volume is mostly towards. Let's go ahead and check. Damn, so we might even dump a little bit more. It looks like our bottom is almost near, so we might dump slightly a little bit more. Yeah, let's see. Let's try one more time. Should probably do it from here to here. Let's see. This could be our resistance, I guess, right here. And so these are two major areas right here. Once we break one of these two, like I'm looking more towards, if we could come back to this area right here, this is where I would be interested in buying Cute Cat Dog or Cute Cat Candle. Is within this range right here. If we do go ahead and see it fall below this red line right here, Cute Cat Candle is going to dump back over here to the zone under at around that 1 million range, right? So that would take us, doesn't even tell us, but I think that's a little bit over a 50 to 60% correction on that. So let's look into BNB, but yeah, we'll keep our eyes on Cute Cat Candle. As I mentioned, right now, for me personally, I wouldn't consider swing trading any of these positions, but we are seeing a few of the tokens that we have been looking at slightly reverse. One of them being actually Pola. I can't remember who called this one out, but this one seems to be doing decently well right now so far. Looks like this double bottom pattern right here has formed, and it looks like a continuation to an upside will be continuing. So there's a high probability we're probably going to go ahead and surpass this 3 million plus market cap. Looks like the top was in, so it looks like a new all-time highs will be coming for Pola. A lot of buying pressure, so you just have to be on the lookout for things like this. Let's go ahead and talk about BNB. Take a look at GME on Solana. It's been a good while. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Looking at BNB right now, BNB has actually been holding up pretty nicely on the daily. We are seeing this consolidation right now with BNB. Right now, we do see resistance being within this range at around 646. We have seen a nice little drop on BNB, but this is a pretty healthy correction. If we do see BNB drop below this range right here, which is at around that $490, we could be expecting BNB to come back and retest this area at 410. So be on the lookout. If we do go ahead and see BNB break this area of support down over here at around the 404, you could expect BNB to come back down and retest these levels at around the $400 zone. But that is a pretty good area of support. There could be a possibility that BNB slightly could also be doing that inverse head and shoulders pattern, where we're going to go ahead and see a breakout, and our price target for BNB is going to be, I think BNB is going to do very well this run actually. We could probably see a reach towards around $1,500 is where I'm predicting this thing could actually be heading towards. I mean, what was its all-time high? Did we already break past all-time high? I thought his all-time high was $800. Am I incorrect? Let's see. No, so BNB's all-time high was around almost $700. So yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, we see BNB come back to $300 before we see a major reversal back up, and realistically, BNB could be reaching around $1,500. Yeah. So BNB's gonna do pretty well this run. It's gonna do very, very well. Let's go ahead and take a look at Solana. Let's take a look at Solana. GME. I shared Polo, wondering lately if I erred by not selling a long time ago. Looks good, may have live. Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. Polo looks pretty good. It looks like it could be doing a 2 to 3x in the coming days. So you might be able to take some profits, you know. $1,500 BNB, that would be a stellar. BNB hit 637 in the last month. Yeah, I think BNB could definitely go ahead and double at least. We could definitely be seeing BNB hit around $1,200 this bull run, in my opinion. So let's look at GME on Solana. GME on Solana is at 3. Damn, dude. Damn, damn, this is freaking crazy, bro. 3 million. Damn, they really freaking racked everybody on GME, bro. Let me look at AMC, man. Let's look at AMC on Solana, because, like, I think it could eventually also do well, but, dude, 103,000 market cap, bro. Oh, my gosh. This is freaking insane, dude. This is freaking insane. Wow. I lost count of Solana, man. I'm telling you, this is the reason why I no longer invest into Solana, bro. Like, this is too typical, and TA is just not respected on Solana meme tokens, bro. This is why I left the space of Solana, dude. I honestly do not miss it. It almost brings back chills just remembering this chart on AMC too, bro. I remember jumping in right here at this bottom, and I told Vernon about it, I think, or something like that. And I know he made a nice bag on AMC on this, but damn, dude, I'm gonna save this because I do think eventually these tokens will be worth buying again. Let's go ahead and take a look at GME on Solana, bro. This is freaking insane, bro. This almost gives me goosebumps just looking at this and knowing where these projects were once at. Like, GME, dude, it's freaking insane. This thing hit crazy levels just to see it hit at a freaking 3 million market cap, bro. You can't make this up. So let's do a little bit of TA on GameStop, dude. This is freaking insane. Let's go pull out deck screener. Saw that Polo on Solana Ruck through the wonder if it's the same guys. I don't think it's the same guys, bro. I mean, with base it has been doing pretty well. It's been holding since 420, and it's already 30. It's already 430, so it's about almost 10 days. So it's actually a pretty good sign, and we're seeing a lot of bullish activity. So I don't think it's gonna rug, but who knows? I could be wrong. ASAP Walkie. This is hilarious, bro. Which is this at 1,000 market cap? Damn, bro. Look at this, bro. I think this might actually do pretty good. If I had some Solana to gamble right now, I'd throw some money into this. But dude, look at this. I definitely do not miss Solana, bro. I don't miss Solana. I just wish that the money I made on Solana, I would have just ran quick and never looked back. But I mean, you live and you learn, man. That's the only way you learn. Is you learn through your mistakes and you learn through experiences. Sometimes, unfortunately, you got to learn through pain. And right now, GameStop, it's literally under a lot of selling pressure, and yeah, that's mostly where we're at. We're at a lot of selling pressure. Looks like a lot of people are buying the dips. But guys, sometimes when you're down 90%, it is not even worth dollar cost averaging anymore. I'm sure GameStop is going to come back, but I think GameStop probably has a little bit more downside. And if we do see GameStop reach under 1 million market cap, best believe I'm going to be loading up on some. But I do think there's going to be more selling pressure than buying pressure on GameStop. And they're going to shake out a lot of people still. So I'll probably consider buying some GameStop at under 1 million market cap. If we could go ahead and get to these levels right here, like sub 1 million or maybe even like 7 to 500,000, dude. Oof. You could even throw in like $500, let it sit there, because his all-time high was 100 million, but I don't even know if we'll ever hit those ranges ever again, right? Anything's possible. Maybe when Solana hits, $1,000, we might have a lot of these Solana meme tokens run back up. But this is insane, dude. Magic Internet Money. I'm going to take a look at Magic Internet Money. My meme bags on Baze, Pola, Benny, Andy, Brit, Brad, Toshi, Degen. Not a meme. Yeah, those are solid, bro. Those are solid plays. Yeah, dude, honestly, just looking at Solana tokens just almost gives me anxiety, bro. Like, straight up, bro. Like it just brings so much flashbacks of like how much money I made in Solana, how much money I lost, all the rug pulls that I got into. Like, dude, I definitely do have some PTSD from freaking Solana. Like, even just deck screener alone. I'm not sure if any of you could relate, but dude, Solana, I've been telling a lot of you guys, man, especially now, I think Solana has his run, man. For all of you that made a lot of money in Solana in the early days, since back in November, congratulations, you made a lot of money. But I think Solana is not going to do as good as compared to base tokens, in my opinion. And this is why I'm making that pivot into base solely, because I do believe it's going to have a very similar run up like it did with a lot of these tokens. But dude, this is insane. This is insane. Yeah. With AMC, I'm going to do the same thing with AMC on Solana. AMC on Solana, we're going to go ahead and look at that. 103,000 market cap, dude. Let's see. Frick, bro. If AMC doesn't show up, like I'm done trying to do this. But with AMC, I feel like it's gonna come back, man. I feel like this is gonna also come back. I think AMC and GameStop are gonna come back, definitely. But I think there's gonna be more selling pressure with these tokens. It's just dead, bro. Literally, it's just freaking dead. The only way this thing would pump is if there's a community takeover on this. Look at this. Literally, AMC, it's at like, it's near bottom. It's near bottom. This is literally when I was talking about it on my live stream, and I put in my last $300 I had on AMC, and I'm like, guys, AMC's gonna go to the freaking moon, bro. This thing's gonna hit 10 million plus market cap, and it did. It actually hit 11 million. 11 million. Unfortunately, I bag tripped this. I round tripped all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, and I began to take profits within this range right here on AMC. I took profits on AMC like right here, and then eventually I exited and I made a lot of money in other projects. But yeah, dude, frick, bro. I might consider jumping back into AMC, but let's take a look into Magic Internet Money. See, I don't have a lot of belief into these Solana meme tokens. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if value is gonna come back into them out of nowhere, or if it's if they're just completely dead. But Magic Internet Money at least has some more buying pressure than AMC and GameStop. So it looks like the bottom is actually in for Magic Internet Money. This could be the potential bottom. So if anything, I think the bottom might be actually in for Magic Internet Money. I remember when I got in early into this token, bro. I got into Magic Internet Money at like literally like 20,000 market cap, bro. I used to just scan Deck Screener and just sit there and look at all these tokens release. I got in on Magic Internet Money like I got 20,000 market cap, bro. Like early on, I remember that. I remember this whole entire wave on Magic Internet Money. That was freaking cool too. But I think I ended up getting wrecked right here. Like I ended up selling my Magic Internet Money bag at around 2 million because I was at 20,000. I held my bag all the way to 5 million. Didn't take profits, and then I started selling as I saw the selling pressure coming in. Exit out of my position, and then obviously I had that run up to over 8 million. Or maybe I'm taking that back. It's the 4 hourly, so that's cap. No, that's cap, dude. I think I might have actually ran up all the way up to the 10 million market cap and never sold. Actually, no, that's until March. So no, that's cap. I did actually sell out of my position within this range right here, and then saw that reversal. Damn, dude, that would have been nice. But you just can't predict a lot of these things, unfortunately. Especially Solana. Solana just full of it, bro. So I have a couple dozen with some CCC gummy, looking for gummy to hit 22 cents to begin to exit. Been stuck holding the bag. Yeah, dude, with Solana meme tokens, bro, I think your best bet would be just holding on to the top Solana meme tokens on CoinMarketCap. And that's like your best bet. And it just depends on like where your money's at, but I wouldn't suggest, like, if you're a small investor or trader like myself who doesn't have thousands of dollars to just deploy out of the market, I would just say, even if you did, I wouldn't recommend throwing it into like the Solana meme tokens that are like under 1 million market cap, because it's a more higher probability you're going to lose your money. You're better off throwing it into like the Solana meme tokens that are actually doing well, like Bonk, Dog with Hat. These are like safer alternatives that you will continue to make money. Myro, I think Myro's going to hit $1 plus. So you're better off throwing your money into those tokens and dollar cost averaging than dollar cost averaging yourself into like a GameStop or in GME. Those are probably done. I think they will come back. Definitely, if I had like $1,000 or like $600 to just like completely like burn to the ground, I would throw like $300 into AMC, $300 into GME, and just see where the heck that goes, man. And if it hits, like, I'm gonna be set. But if not, it doesn't, right? So, but I wouldn't consider like doing too much risky plays on Solana. Like, just stick to what is already doing well. Like, I mean, Dog with Hat, it's doing over 404,000 or 404 million in 24-hour volume. So they're doing really big volume. Same thing with Bonk. Yes, they already pumped a lot, but you don't want to just be gambling your money into Solana meme tokens, bro. Like it's not trading. At least with base, you have a higher probability of hitting success because base is brand new, and more people are speculating that base is going to drop their coin. They're going to do an airdrop, and that it's going to succeed and all that. So I would just stick to these higher cap meme tokens, in my opinion, on like the Solana blockchain if you really want to be exposed to Solana. Like Myro, like look at this. But I wouldn't be throwing my money into new Solana meme tokens, bro. That's just gambling. Like unless you like gambling and burning money, then go for it. But if I knew early on how the Solana meme coin space was, trust me, I would have left a long time ago. But all it takes for the Solana meme tokens is for you to hit a couple big home runs, and then you give your money back to you give it all back to the market very, very quickly. $4 CZ on base. Let me see. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? It's starting live stream. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. But yeah, $4 CZ on base. What is this, bro? Has to be a rug pull, right? An hour? Yeah. Has to be one. I remember seeing Whiff trending on Bird Eye way back in November when it was like 200K. Took a look at it for like 5 seconds and I didn't think much of it. RIP to me. Damn, that's freaking crazy, bro. That's what usually happens, man. I mean, I wasn't exposed to Solana meme tokens until you actually kind of brought it up, Vernon. You're kind of the reason why I got exposed to Solana meme tokens. Because I know a lot of you were trading Solana meme tokens already, but I wasn't. I was just trading ETH tokens, and then eventually around November I got into the Solana meme coin trading late, man. I got in at like February or March, so I got in at the top of the Solana meme token era. So I was already destined to lose money on Solana because I got in way too late. I started leverage trading the Solana meme tokens such as Bonk, and I think there was another one too that was on Solana that I remember. I think it was actually Vernon who mentioned Bonk to me, and I started trading Bonk, and I realized that there was a correlation between Bonk and Solana because it was an underlying asset, and I started making those trades like that. It was hey, what's up, Dad Master? Hope you're having a good one, bro. And I think it might have been Vernon that and Dad Master that got me into a lot of these Solana plays, and same thing with Jen. I think it was his name, right? Jen was his name, or what was his name? It wasn't Jen, was it? Not freaking Jen. I forgot his name, man. You know who I'm talking about, bro. That pretty much got me into these Solana meme tokens, and I started leverage trading Bonk. And then around February, I think it was, literally during the time the whole entire GameStop and AMC phase, it was around February. That's when I started dabbling into Solana meme tokens. So I was at the top, bro. Like I was already destined to lose money. And this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, look, let's go ahead and look at a chart real quick. Let's look at a chart real quick. Bonk. Let's just do this. Bonk right here, right? Let's go over to the daily. So I started trading Solana meme tokens, Solana meme tokens, like around, damn, this is February, dude. Okay, this is not it. We can't use this one. We have to use Bonk. Mexi. We have to use Bonk on Mexi. Okay, this is it right here. Look, I still have the TA right here, bro. Like I literally still have the TA right here. When I got introduced into Bonk was actually right here. I got introduced into Bonk in November, and this is where I made a lot of money trading Pepe. Was around October, November. This is where I literally caught this bottom of the market and made so much money leverage trading all the way to the top, right? But I got wrecked when we had this little market correction. But this is when I got in on Solana at around, right, let me tell you where exactly was when I started dabbling into Solana again. It was right here. I started dabbling into Solana meme tokens, and I figured out Solana meme tokens within this range right here, within this February to March area. So in order for you to really make money into Solana meme tokens, you had to get into it right here around October, because you would have capitalized on literally almost never ending money, like literally money that just went up forever. Like you never really saw a correction. And for me, I got introduced into Solana meme tokens with Bonk right here. But I didn't really trade Solana. Like I was just trading it on leverage, right? So when I actually got into the Solana meme coin space, bro, I started dabbling into Solana at around right here. So I guess you could consider it at the bottom of the previous market, right? So I had that initial run-up success where I was dabbling in around February. I made some money leaving into March, or I think it was around actually January, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was actually January right here, where I started dabbling into the market, and I made some money within this time frame right here. Because if you go back, GameStop was when created, January. So that's actually when I got into Solana meme tokens. I got in Solana meme tokens in January. So I started trading at literally at the top of the market, bro. Like I introduced myself, I guess, if you really want to call it. I really decided to dabble into like degeneracy meme token trading on Solana, literally at the top of the Solana freaking market. Like Solana's top was in December. This is where everybody made a lot of money trading Solana meme tokens. Over here, bro, if you started trading them around October, like where Vernon and Glenn and a lot of you were trading Dabmaster, I think a lot of you guys were actually trading Solana meme tokens right here. I got into trading Solana meme tokens right here. So obviously I got wrecked plenty of times, and I lost money after money after money after money. And then eventually, when I guess the bottom came in, I ended up throwing my last freaking money that I had into GameStop or AMC, and then I made my money leading up to that run, and then I got wrecked again. So this is kind of the reason why I'm betting on base tokens, because for me on base, I feel like base is like right here where Solana's at. I feel like base is like literally like right here, bro. I feel like this is where base is at right now, within this range right here, where it's getting traction and people kind of know that it might take off, but it's not there yet. Like it's probably within this range right here. So we're like, this is where I in my opinion feel, and I think that this is where base is at. So base still has plenty of room left, and this is the reason why I told myself, you know what, I'm done with Solana meme tokens. Why? Because unfortunately I wasn't the guy early on catching onto these Solana plays to capitalize and make a lot of money. And this is kind of the reason why a lot of people start losing money in the Solana or in any ecosystem, because eventually by the time you're getting in, bro, you already got in at the top of the market. You're obviously destined to lose money. It's not so much that your trades are bad. It's not so much, it's because the market might be saturated. There's already a lot of people that made money. There's a market structure switch. So in my opinion, I believe that flip from Solana is going into base. I'm not saying that Solana can't continue to go up higher, but a lot of people continue to get wrecked right now on Solana, and I'm sure a lot of people still will, and I'm sure a lot of money will be made, but the chances for you to make that quick, easy money on Solana, I think it's gone. Like there's not going to be any more whiffs. There's not going to be any more bonks. There's not going to be any more of those top Solana meme tokens, in my opinion. There might be, maybe I would say another 3 or 5 tokens left on Solana in order for them to print like very top high crazy market caps. But I think Solana is already it's done with, man. Solana has way too many meme tokens that are like top meme tokens on CoinMarketCap. I mean, you have Dog with Hat, you have Bonk, you have, what else do you have right here? Book of Memes. You have, I don't even know what Cat and a Dog is. What is this? 313 million market cap. I don't even know what that heck that is. Popcat, 365 million market. Like, what is this, bro? Like there's just way too many in my opinion, just Solana meme tokens, bro. If these are all Solana meme tokens, I don't think these are. Like, I don't think this is on Solana. I never heard of it. Yeah, it actually is. See, I didn't even know that. So, like, in my opinion, I feel like there's way too many Solana meme tokens that are high 100 million plus market cap. You have Smog, you have Ponky, you have way too many Solana runners, bro. Samo, like what is this? Salama, like you just have way too many run-ups on Solana. Like, I think if you didn't make your money on Solana these last couple months, it's over for you. You don't have a chance in Solana anymore. Not saying you can't make money, but your chances of you making a lot of money with a little bit of money on Solana, I don't think it's the same opportunity as opposed to Base. That's why I made the transition from Solana to Base, because I got in at the top, bro. It is what it is. There's nothing else I could do about it, right? I could cry and complain all I want, but in reality, I miss the Solana run, dude. I miss this run. I mean, look what Bonk did alone. And Bonk follows, Solana. So if you're bullish on the Solana token itself, I would say just stick to your top Solana meme tokens that are doing well, like Dog with Hat, Bonk, Helium, I guess. Like, these are your best bet, bro, for you not to really get wrecked on Solana tokens anymore. But that's kind of the reason why I'm betting on Base, because I feel like Base is that next Solana. Like when people catch on to Base, it's going to make more money, in my opinion, than Solana, and it's going to surpass Solana. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident, and I could tell you that it's going to do very, very well. Confidently, I could say that it's going to do super good, and I think it might surpass Solana. I think everything about it, infrastructure and building, in protocols, we're already seeing it that Base has more than Solana. I mean, look at this. This is actual facts. This is not just me saying. Solana has about 136 protocols. Base has 265. TVL is at 1.44 billion. Solana's TVL is at 5.17 billion. So, like, just keep in mind, Base has not even experienced its actual run-up. So realistically, it could surpass Solana in a run-up, in my opinion. I mean, look at the volume Base is bringing in compared to Solana. Solana's at hitting almost over a billion in volume, and Base is at 389 million. So it's not doing anything compared to Solana yet. So, like, Base still has enough run-up to go ahead and catch on to Solana, and that's kind of the reason why I'm betting on Base, because Base still has plenty of room to grow. But look at Solana. Solana's already getting close to that Ethereum 24-hour volume. 24-hour volume on Ethereum is at 2.44 billion. Solana is almost at 1 billion, right? I mean, Binance Smart Chain is even Solana is doing more volume than on Binance. But Base is nowhere near those numbers. It's literally like a 3x away. So just keep that in mind. We're about a 3x away from reaching the kind of levels that Solana is doing as far as volume and as far as everything else, So, like, that's kind of the reason why my bet's on that. Even with their total value locked, you see that with Solana, it's at 5.17 billion, and Base is at 1.4. So let's just say Solana is at a 6 billion TVL. Base is at let's just keep it at a solid 1. It's still 5x away, right? So Base still has plenty of room to grow. And that's the reason why I'm bullish on Base. And that's why I feel like on Base, you have a higher opportunity to literally almost throw your money into any of these tokens and having a higher chance of hitting a Myro, hitting a Whiff, hitting a Pepe. hitting a boom because the market saturation is not there. Just wait until Coinbase fully releases their smart wallet with Coinbase and Base. And you're gonna see how many people are gonna be flowing into Coinbase's chain, and how it's gonna run up like crazy. You're gonna remember this. Trust me on that. Glenn, yeah, Glenn, there you go, bro. That's what I meant. Have you blown all your Boon money yet? I still have 1 million. I saw Bonk at 10 million in September. I missed so many good plays. You did very well. You did pretty good for yourself, though, Vernon. So you have to look at the positives, right? So you did very, very well. I feel like I lost a lot of money. Not literally losing money on plays, but I feel like I lost a lot of opportunities for not being... I was being too close-minded. Like I never really liked Solana, so I never really dabbled with Solana meme tokens until later on when I saw the exposure. So I was the exit liquidity for many people. And that's what you don't want yourself to be. You want to be exiting your position on other people. You don't want to be the exit liquidity yourself. And this is like what I mentioned. You're front running on Base right now, because I missed out on the Solana play. I wish I knew about Solana early on and actually dabbled into Solana back in October, November. And I wish I was open to the mindset of Solana being that big. I knew Solana was going to do well, but I underestimated Solana's potential on meme tokens. I'm going to be honest with you. I knew Solana was going to do well, but I underestimated the meme coin sector for Solana. And that's what I really regret. I really regret being close-minded about looking into other blockchains, because I never liked Solana. I never have. I always think it was an overhyped technology that always fails, and it shows us that it does. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. That also told us this bull run that it doesn't matter how good a blockchain or how shitty a blockchain is. As long as people believe in it or want to buy into it, it's going to go up. I think Solana is the shittiest blockchain, in my opinion. They say it's the most unique. They say it's the cheapest. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Same issues we've had with Solana since last bull run, dude. It hasn't changed, in my opinion. Have we seen, growth? I don't know. I think so. I haven't really dabbled into Solana like that. The only thing I dabbled into Solana last bull run was NFTs. That's the only thing I knew about Solana. But that's what I'm saying. I regretted not adopting to my circumstances and saying, you know what? As much as I don't like Solana, let me learn about it. And that's why I feel like I lost a lot of opportunity and money into not being open-minded. And that's why with Base, I hate Coinbase, bro. I hate Coinbase with a freaking passion. I've never liked Coinbase. I've always hated Coinbase. I think they're trash. I think their company sucks. I think their product sucks. I don't like anything about Coinbase. I hate it, bro. I really do. And I tried liking their product, and I tried opening up an account with them, and I opened up an account, and I tried getting their debit card, and I still have issues, dude. I hate Coinbase, and I've been using them since 2017. I hate Coinbase. I don't like Coinbase whatsoever. I don't agree with with anything with Coinbase, bro. I don't believe in what they're doing. I do not like the exchange. I hate the way they hold on to your funds. I hate everything about Coinbase, bro. I can't say anything one positive thing that I like about Coinbase. I can't. Besides Base blockchain. Why? Because I care about making money, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I learned from Solana. That it doesn't matter how you feel, what you like, what you believe. What matters is what the market sees value in. And people see value in Solana. So Solana is going to succeed. It's going to do very, very well. Same thing with Coinbase. Base chain is going to do very, very freaking well, bro. Coinbase is going to come here to dominate, to be number one. And I just told you how much I freaking hate Coinbase, bro. I do not like Coinbase. I do not like anything about them. The only thing that I'm enjoying so far is Base. I like their layer 2. It's very smooth. I like it. I'm definitely looking forward to the new changes they're going to be having. I might be a little biased because I like the Solana meme or the base meme tokens, and I know that all the retail is going to be our exit liquidity, so I could be a little biased. But wouldn't you be biased too, man? You know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm saying. If you missed out that initial run up on Solana back over here, back in October, November, if you weren't exposed to Solana within this range right here, or this range right here, you missed out, bro. You missed out on the Solana money. I'm not saying Solana can't do another initial run up like this, another leg. You are. I'm sure Solana is going to, and this is Bonk, by the way, but Bonk follows Solana. I'm sure Bonk is probably going to do another little similar run up like this. I'm sure this is what's going to happen. But you're not going to make the kind of money that people made on Solana. The millionaires that were printed on Solana, you're not going to be able to turn a couple $100 again in Solana and turn it into millions, in my opinion. I think your chances are very, I don't want to say minimum or slim to none, because that's what crypto does, man. It literally changes your life over time, overnight, literally. But I just don't think those opportunities are going to be the same. Right now, you looking at Andy, you're looking at a potential possibility, a $1 billion token. Same thing with Benny. With Benny, you're looking at the next Myro. So just go back over here, look at these top tokens on Solana, Myro. Myro's sitting at, what kind of market cap is it sitting at? 127 million market cap. Myro's not even at a freaking $1 billion, bro. I don't even know if Myro hit $1 billion. But look at this. That's what you're looking at right here. Benny, it's going to be a 100 million plus market cap token, in my opinion. I could confidently say that, man. I could confidently say that. Why? Because we're seeing the user growth in all the stats. Charts are looking good. Coinbase is working on their freaking wallets. As people start coming into the space, they're going to be doing their research, and they're going to be looking at all these meme tokens. They're going to be like Benny, inspired by dog of Coinbase's director. And then they're going to go into Myro, and Myro is going to be probably at $1 billion market cap. By the time retail starts stepping in, Myro is going to be at $1. And they're going to be looking at this website, and they're going to be like, Myro, name after Solana's co-founder, and they're going to be like, oh snap, this is $1 billion token. They're going to look at the all-time, and they're like, dude, I missed out. They're like, I wish I would have known about this token back in November. Now it's at $1 or $10. You know what people are going to do? They're going to go into DEX tools, those little smarter individuals, unless Benny's already listed on top exchanges by then. And they're going to be looking at them. Okay, what's the next Myro? What's the next Bonk? What's the next dog with hat? Ski mask, by the way. I think that's going to be ski mask. They're going to be concluding those conclusions because they're like, dude, I can't believe I missed out on Myro. I can't believe I missed out on dog with hat. I can't believe I missed out on freaking Boom, Bonk, Gummy. You know, all these freaking tokens. And they're going to go into the website, and they're going to look at Benny. And when they're doing their research on Benny, they're like, inspired by the dog of Coinbase's director. And they're like, dude, next Myro. And that's what people are going to do. And that's what's going to push Benny towards that 100 million plus market cap. I could be wrong, but what I'm saying is that you have your chances of hitting a bigger home run on base right now, in my opinion, than any other chain, because you're going to be early on. If you're willing to take that risk right now, you're going to be able to reap some very nice fat rewards. If I knew Solana was going to be as successful as it is right now, dude, I would have been jumping into freaking Solana since back in July. But I wasn't exposed to it like that. Like, I knew about it, but I was too lazy to do my research. I was too comfortable sticking to what I knew. I was comfortable staying in my Ethereum, in my Binance Smart Chain. That's what I was too comfortable with. Why? Because I knew how to navigate in that. I didn't know how to navigate in Solana, and I was like, I don't feel like learning it, bro. And for not learning it, that cost me money. So I told myself, this time I'm not gonna miss out. And that's why I've been dabbling with base so freaking heavy, bro. Like learning the best swaps, learning the best tools to use, learning more about DeFi, because that's where the money's gonna be heading towards. DeFi is going to be coming. It's around the corner right now, man. Let's see what comments we have right here. Welcome everybody, by the way. Smash that like button. I saw Bunk bet at 10 million in September. I missed so many good plays. Lucky man. Pelodify is next, Vernon. I should have acted on the retweet you made of that pre-sale. Crazy gains on that one. Yeah, dude, I wish I would have jumped into that one too. If you're buying base coin, DJing looks juicy, under 2 cents in my opinion. Yeah, dude, I agree with you. DJing is also a layer 3, which I've been telling Dabmaster I'm a dabble into, and I haven't. But also DJing it's a layer 3, guys. It's a layer 3 to base. Like that is freaking sick, right? Look at this. Look at DJing, bro. You might feel like you already missed out, but you haven't. Obviously, right now we are at a very crazy correction. But I'm going to be dabbling into DJing too. And Ton, Telegram's blockchain. I'm going to learn how to do that next month. Or as soon as I get some profits and I start dabbling with some extra cash to gamble with, I'm going to go ahead and learn how to use Ton. And I'm going to go ahead and do everything I can in that space. Thank you, Happy. Appreciate you. Chicago says Solana and other chain memes are saturated, like mass production to see what sticks. It is ridiculous. After Shiba Inu, Fag, and SafeMoon, it seemed they were the last of the big ones. Then came Pepe. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. And even with Shib and Pepe and Doge, they're going to do very well this bull run. But they're only going to do a 10 to a 20x max, man. If you're already going to risk your money throwing into a Dogecoin, into a Pepe, like have some exposure to base, have some exposure to Myro. As I mentioned, I'm not in Solana right now, but if I was to have extra cash that I just wanted to like just be exposed to Solana, I know Solana is going to do well. I think Solana is probably going to reach anywhere between $1,000 plus, in my opinion, this bull run. Actually, no, I take that back. Yeah, $1,000 max. I think that's going to be my prediction. I think that's the max Solana could reach. It's going to be about $1,000. I could be wrong. Maybe it goes up to 3,000, but I don't see 3,000 happening. You know what I mean? So I do feel it's oversaturated. Whiff on base is pumping. Whiff on base. Yes, I did see that. I don't know how I feel about whiff on base. I was looking at it. Do I have it right here? I really don't like the chart on whiff on base. It's up 70%. So I was looking at it. Did it reverse? Yeah, I really don't like the chart on whiff on base. I just don't really like this this chart. I'm gonna be honest. It could be coming out of this reversal, so it does look like its bottom has probably already been found. So we could see a reversal, but I don't know. Maybe whiff on base does very well. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye on this one. Here's what I do. I like to just hold on, just put them on my favorites and just watch them, see how they'll do. Because you don't want to just go all in, put $2,000 into this, that being your last money, and then you getting wrecked and losing all your money. You're like, hey, John, but I thought you told me to have the most exposure and risk on base. Yes, but do it smart. Don't just gamble your money. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of learned with Solana. With Solana, I don't think you could do so much freaking research, bro. It could be the perfect narrative, perfect website, perfect everything, and it'll still rug. At least with base, you could kind of figure out that if people stick to them, people are more than likely going to hold on to the project a lot longer. Andy base or Andy on blast? I prefer Andy on base. I think blast is just not as like cool, in my opinion. Like I feel like Andy, I think Base is going to be a cool blockchain. Like you have, like, put it this way, Solana is cool. Solana is like what the cool kids use, right? So that's why Solana is very popular. It's very cool because all the big influencers are talking about it. I think Base is going to be that next cool blockchain to transact in. Blast, I don't see it really being like that. I could be wrong, but I don't really see Blast doing as good as compared to Base. It's also a layer 2, by the way, guys. Blast is also a layer 2. But I mean, look at Andy on Blast is at 11 million, man. They do have a nice liquidity, though. I won't lie. And their supply is lower, but if you believe that you just can't tell which Andy's going to be better, just throw your money in all three. That's your best bet. I'm sure this thing's probably going to hit $1. But in my opinion, I think Andy on Base is going to be the move. But it's all going to be determined by the community. It's going to be determined to what the people want. It's not what I want. It's not what you want. It's going to be what everybody wants. If everybody wants Andy on Blast to succeed, that's going to be the chosen chain, unfortunately. If everybody wants Base to succeed, that's going to be the chosen chain. You just have to move where the money's going, man. I'm telling you, learn from my mistake. I was too lazy to learn something new. I was too comfortable with what I already knew, and I wasn't willing to adapt to the new changes that were going on because it was just happening way too quick. So take the time, learn these new blockchains, and don't stick to just one. Learn how to dabble into Blast. Maybe you prefer Blast tokens over Base. Maybe you prefer trading on freaking Matic. Maybe Avalanche. Maybe Pulse Chain. Like, I've already dabbled with a few of these blockchains, or chains if you want to call them. I've dabbled into, what is the other chain? It starts with the M, man. I can't remember what the heck the freaking chain's called. Metas, there you go. I dabbled into Metas. That was a little complicated. But what I'm saying is we don't know which one's going to be the chain that's going to pump. I'm estimating it's going to be, guessing it's going to be Base. That's my opinion. So that's kind of the reason why I would rather put my focus on Base, because that's a no-brainer that it's going to do very well. Like, it's like common sense, in my opinion, that Base chain is going to do really, really well. Normies will pump Andy on Base before Andy on Blast. I agree. Because like you have to keep in mind what Coinbase is doing is they're making it very easy for normies to dabble into DeFi, to jump into their chain. Blast, I don't know how to do it, bro. I'm pretty sure I could figure out how to do it, but I'm pretty sure it's also going to be more of a complicated way to freaking do Blast than to do Base. And that's the only reason why I'm betting on Base, because normies are going to be transacting on Base. Now keep in mind, we need exit liquidity. In order for us to exit most of our positions when they start hitting hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, we're going to need exit liquidity. Most of our exit liquidity is going to come from the normies jumping into the space and figuring out what DeFi and what Base blockchain is. And Coinbase is doing a very easy job onto onboarding people. And that's why I believe Base is going to be the chosen chain this bull run. I think Solana already had a success, oversaturated. ETH, it's too expensive. That's where we're going into layer 2s. What else? Binance, I don't know. I haven't dabbled into Binance in a cool minute, man. I don't know how that scene is. But I used to dabble with Binance a lot. I honestly like ETH of layer 2. It's a lot better, bro. So much better. Damn, John, you're already in talks with real estate agents for a new luxury mansion. 100%, bro. 100%. Any thoughts on Roost? Roost on base? That's a good question. I've been hearing the name a lot. I was looking at the chart, I believe. Let me see. Have I? No, I take that back. I don't know why I haven't looked at this. Let's look at the charts. Yeah, I don't like this, man. I don't like this. It took me not that quick to go ahead and see that I don't like this. I just don't like the chart, bro. It could be... no, I just don't like this. There's nothing about it that I like. I don't like the name. I don't like the freaking chart. I specifically don't like the chart. I don't like the high holder count and the chart just dumping. I just don't like this at all. It could reverse, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I don't want to despise an opportunity being lost. So I'll go ahead and just look at this chart in the next coming days and see how it reacts. If it comes back to these levels over here, like over here, I would consider probably entering the trade, but I really don't like the chart. This chart tells me that this was probably a pre-sale and it was just a pump and dump with a lot of influencers or something. I don't like this chart whatsoever. I'm wondering if they're going based off the cocky Inu narrative with this token. I'm pretty sure they had a pre-sale watch. Let me see. Do they have a pre-sale in here? Supposedly it's 5% vested for a year. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Let me know down below if this is a pre-sale token, but I could kind of tell it was, because look how quick it pumped to these all-time highs and then just dumped. And typically when we see a lot of dumping going on, it's a lot of insider going on or a lot of just team selling. I don't like this chart. I don't like anything about this chart. I don't even like the token itself. It doesn't mean it won't do good, but I'm not touching this. Where can I go to have access to buy? I wanted to buy into Mary, but I couldn't access it. What do you mean? You gonna go back to McDonald's maybe, John, for your second job? Like in the old days, perhaps you return to the roots. I mean, McDonald's is actually paying pretty good in my area, dude. They're paying like $20-something an hour. But no, not yet. I have another couple. I already got a couple offers from other jobs with some pretty good, decent pay, and it's in crypto. So that's a good thing. So I would rather stay in this space, bro. But like worst comes to worst, like I told myself I was gonna give 3 months of me applying to jobs that are within my field and within the pay range that I'm looking for. Because I haven't worked an actual I haven't worked like a shitty job in a cool minute. Like I haven't worked a shitty job in a while. Like I've been working remote for the last. Actually, I take that back. I was working in Jack in the Box, I think, 1.5 years ago. That was before I went full remote again. But I've been working remote for a cool minute now. Like I've been working remote since like 2020 or 2021. I transitioned into being just full remote work. And then I had to go back into actually like real physical job, which was freaking flipping burgers at Jack in the Crack, bro. Which sucked, but I did that for a few months until I got back into my other career, which was in sales. And then I got back into selling AI software. I was selling AI software to institutions. And then the whole entire Silicon Valley bank crash happened, which then I lost my job. And then I got back into crypto. That's how I actually dabbled back into the space. Got a few jobs in crypto, and yeah, I'm full-time crypto. Like what I do is all around crypto. So the current job that I have is crypto related, and the other job offers that I've received so far are going to be crypto related. So I'm hoping that this other second job, if I do decide to get one, is in crypto, because that's what I'd rather be, you know. Worst comes to worst, I told myself I'll give myself 3 months to find something within my field. And if I can't find anything, then I will go back to Jack or McDonald's, bro, because they're paying freaking like 20 something bucks an hour, and I don't care putting in the work, man. Like I know, like if I could put in the work, get me another little decent check flipping burgers, which is really easy, man, and I enjoy. I like making burgers. I like eating burgers, and I like McDonald's. So I see more pros, you know. And my old manager knows me from there, so that's pretty cool too. And every time I go eat, she's like, "When are you gonna come back?" I'm like, "Never." No, but I told her, I was like, "I don't know. Maybe once you guys start paying $20-something an hour, I might consider it." And I'm like, "Dude, $20-something an hour for a job that you're just flipping burgers? Like, dude, most degrees, most jobs, like most careers, for you to go ahead and like get a degree, you get paid like 25-30 bucks an hour, and you're full of stress, and then you get taxed like crazy. Like, dude, it's kind of not worth it. Like working the corporate world and dealing with all that stress for sometimes $25 to $28 an hour is not worth it. I'd rather freaking go work at McDonald's if that was my last resort, flip burgers, make about the same thing as someone with a corporate job, have to stress a lot less. All I do is just go flip burgers, come back, get paid, go into crypto, and that's it. You know what I mean? And with a corporate job, you just have to deal with all the corporate BS, man. It's like the corporate world. It's a hit or miss. It's not for me, dude. I don't like it unless it's crypto. I'm liking the corporate crypto side. I mean, it's really not crypto. It's not corporate either. But the crypto side of things, like for jobs, they're not that bad. They're not that bad, especially if you enjoy crypto like myself. So I've been enjoying the job market in crypto, but you got to also keep in mind it goes alongside with how the market does. So if the market's doing terrible, there's going to be more cutoffs very, very quickly. Like company spending will cut down very quick, hiring will cut down very quick, and Bitcoin's not doing well. So like that's also stressful too. So I guess it just really depends on what you have in mind. But I mean, it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Roos has a 70 out of 100 on Token Sniffer. I don't know. I heard about Token Sniffer, but I really don't use like any of those tools. I'm not sure if they're actually like worth using. They could be worth using. For me personally, I feel like they're still not. It doesn't matter how good a contract is if the team has bad intentions to rug pull you. It's going to happen. It's just my opinion, right? I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Pepe. It's a blue Pepe. The chart looks okay. Yeah, but if any of you guys are looking, like I would consider, man, if any of you guys are like looking for a second income and you guys are pretty knowledgeable in crypto, like dude, look for something in crypto. The cool thing about this is that as crypto is going up and Bitcoin makes new all-time highs, there's going to be a lot of startups in the crypto sector that are going to be hiring. Like I've already been getting reached out by a lot of freaking recruiters, bro. Like I literally check my LinkedIn and almost every other day I'm getting offers from recruiters and they're freaking interviewing me and all this because like they're hiring right now a lot for crypto because it's going up and a lot of these companies see value. So there's going to be a lot of like crypto startups and a lot of companies in the AI sector that are going to be coming up. So like if that's something, if a lot of you guys are in a career where you're just like, dude, I want to make extra money, and you love crypto as much as I do, I would consider looking for like a side gig on crypto. I don't know. You could be a crypto writer. You could do social media. You could do sales. You could work for these exchanges. The exchanges are not that bad, to work for. The pay is not the best. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of the thing you have to take with a lot of these crypto companies, and some of them are going to be startups. And they're not going to be offering crazy pay, but it could be like an extra little side income that you could be making instead of doing like Uber or stuff like that. But it just depends on what you prefer. I enjoy this space so much that I don't mind it. $20 at McDonald's is insane. Wish it was paying that good in my area. Yeah, dude. In over here in my area, they're paying a lot for fast food, bro. Well, inflation's going through the roof too, which doesn't make it any better. But yeah, $20 an hour for McDonald's, bro, is freaking insane. There's managers, like my buddy's a manager, and he's making about like $24 an hour as a manager at a restaurant, at a fast food restaurant. So like, dude, like these fast food restaurants are paying decent money, bro. Like I'm not saying that $20 an hour is a lot of money. It's not. It's not, especially if you live in an area with a lot of inflation like I do. I'm located in LA, so obviously everything's freaking expensive out here. But if you're coming out of high school, coming out in college, or you're trying to pick up another second like little side hustle to make money to invest into crypto, dude, they're paying 20 something dollars an hour. Like I think that might be the minimum wage over here in my area. So I don't know, dude, but I know they passed a law in Cali, I believe, from what I heard, that they're requiring all fast food places, like fast food workers, to get paid $20+ an hour. And that's freaking insane, dude. Like 20, like, dude, when I was working at one of my jobs, on my sales job, I think I was getting paid like $25 an hour, 28. And that was the most stressful one of the stressful jobs I had. And when I was in when I was doing jewelry sales like a few years back, when minimum wage was like, I think minimum wage at that time was $12 an hour. At my jewelry sales job, I was making about like 18, sometimes hitting $20 an hour, because I obviously got commission, right? So at that time I was doing okay. So, but inflation has just gone way too freaking up, man. It's just too expensive. So when I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, if I've worked a lot of stressful jobs where I was getting paid that kind of money, and let me tell you, it was not freaking worth it in my opinion. And now McDonald's freaking paying $20 an hour, dude. I used to work McDonald's when I was 16, dude, or like something like that. I think I was 16 when I worked at McDonald's. That thing was that was the easiest freaking job, bro. I knew everything. I knew how to cook. Obviously the taking orders. I hated taking orders. Didn't really like it. I prefer flipping burgers, bro. I thought that was a lot more fun and everything. Making the food was so much fun. I enjoy making it, but yeah, dude, $20 an hour is freaking insane. Freaking insane. I think it's really easy money. I don't know why people wouldn't be like freaking running to apply to these jobs. Like, it just seems like this generation just doesn't like working, man. But yeah, I think the best bet, guys, it's like, if you guys are in a situation where, you're like, damn, dude, like, I wish I had more money to freaking invest in crypto, get a second job, bro. Get a second job, do DoorDash, do Uber. I don't know how profitable any of that is. I've never done it. But do some side stuff, do some side hustles. And especially a lot of you, I know a lot of you that watch are like very smart individuals, maybe business owners. But I know most of you are like really, really smart individuals with very like high skills. Like, maybe try Fiverr, man. Maybe try Fiverr. Maybe finally start your side business slowly and start like diversifying on that end to actually fully utilize your skill sets. Because there's a lot of people, believe me, that need your skill sets, whether that's website development, social media, coding, any of that stuff. A lot of people are in need of those requirements when it comes to those kind of skill sets. And now if you do like labor work, you could also take advantage of that. But if you're just someone that wants to go ahead and do something on the side with your career that you have, maybe consider doing some copywriting or something. I think there's a lot of ways to make money, especially now. But like I said, everybody's position is very, very different. For mine, I've just been on a roller coaster with my career, bro. Ever since the pandemic, like my career just hasn't been stable, bro. Like, ever since the pandemic, I just have been up and down, up and down, up and down. I get settled, and then layoffs happen or some BS happens like that, bro, and then I have to restart all over. And it's like these last couple of years for myself, and I'm sure a lot of you could relate, have just been like all over the place, man. It hasn't been stable whatsoever. But what really always helps, and this is what has helped me since I guess this whole entire time, is that since I have valuable skill sets, I could always bounce back very quickly, right? So I would say just learn as much as possible. That's what I'm doing, like trying to learn as much as possible, learn something new, get better at your skills, learn a new skill, and find ways to be able to provide more value as a person. And you'll be getting opportunities, and you'll be able to, monetize your skills in that end. In LA, a Whopper at BK Lounge is $11. Yeah, dude. I mean, McDonald's also raised a lot of their food. And I'm telling you, like, I used to get, like, I remember back when I used to work at McDonald's when I was 16, you had, like, the 2 for, like, $2 or something, a burger, bro. And now to go ahead and get the McPick, I think it's called, it's like $4, which is not bad. But there's been times when I go to McDonald's, bro, and I'm spending like $20-something on just 2 people. I mean, I do eat a lot too, but I've also noticed the burgers are so freaking tiny now, man. It's ridiculous. So it just depends on also the side that you're in, right? I'm in LA, so everything's freaking expensive here, bro. It's like, yeah, I feel like you kind of have to be making at least. This is what I always tell people. I don't know. Maybe I just have high expectations of like what I want to do with my life. But dude, there's no way you could be living in LA comfortably if you're not making over $200K a year, in my opinion. Like, everything's just so damn freaking expensive, bro. Like, you have to be making money in LA, New York, and all those bigger areas to be living comfortably. Shrinkflation, yes, dude. I've actually saw, like, if you look at like the burgers, like, look, I didn't believe this until I actually started seeing this, dude. I can't even spell. McDonald's shrink burgers. burgers. I can't spell right now, dude. Luckily, we have autocorrect. But look at this, dude. Like, I saw this picture last time, and like, look at this freaking burger. This is from 1972, and this is from freaking the 1990s. Like, look at that huge difference on the Big Macs, and they're charging like, if not the same, double the amount. You know what I mean? It's like, this is freaking insane. Like, I looked at my freaking McChicken I went to McDonald's probably last week. Yeah, I looked at my McChicken, and I was like, dude, this thing's tiny. Like, what the heck? Like, I remember when this thing was a lot bigger. And I guess look at this right here. This is interesting. I've never seen this. The cost of a Big Mac. And it tells you the different prices from 2004. So it seems like Norway was always the most expensive area. So, man, that's crazy. I can't imagine how much burgers are in like Norway right now, in Switzerland. This was back in 2004 when the cost of a Big Mac was about $5. Like, how much are they? Like, almost $20 a burger, I'm assuming. That's freaking insane, man. Yeah, this is I like burgers a lot, man. That's like my go-to. I can eat burgers every day. Like, if I'm not eating burgers outside, like at McDonald's, I'm eating burgers at home, bro. Like, that's literally my freaking, that's literally what I freaking eat. But that's insane, man. Yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with a burger, but yeah, shrinkflation is real. I didn't really think that was true, but I've noticed that change during the pandemic when all of this happened. I started to notice that the price of food started to increase like crazy, and the food began to literally shrink. Like, I saw, like yesterday, for example, I went to the store. I went to a Trader Joe's. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the Trader Joe's, but it's like a whole grain store, like a whole greens or whole, I don't freaking know what it's called, but like that, those kind of stores where they sell healthy alternatives, like all organic kind of foods, right? So I went to this is what it's called, a Trader Joe's. You can look it up, and I got some pancakes, bro. And when I opened up the box, they're supposed to be like healthy pancakes, or like, very low sugar, like healthy stuff, right? And I opened up the box. It was like $5. I already thought that was expensive because I usually go to like my local grocery store called Walmart. And I'm sure everybody knows what a Walmart is, but if not, it's like a grocery store where it's like a big grocery store where you can buy a lot of groceries, right? And I usually get these pancakes. They're like $3-4, and they're also a lot healthier than the regular pancakes. They're protein pancakes. I forgot to mention that. Protein pancakes is what I buy. And I opened up the box, bro, and like literally they had this much batter inside, like mixed batter that I had to mix, right? It wasn't mixed, it was just the powder. And it was like this much inside that box of $5. And I'm like, bro, I could probably make like 10 pancakes out of this box and that's it. Like, what the heck is this? Like $5 for that? It's pretty pricey, right? So I don't know. With that being said, the market's going to do very well, in my opinion. Unfortunately, the economy is going to get worse worldwide, and it's probably worse in other places compared to where you're probably at right now. But there's hope with crypto, and that's really where I'm betting, and we'll see where things go. But I really do appreciate all of you tuning in today. Appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you, Vernon. Michael. Is it Michael? Yeah, I wish I was able to help you, bro, but I don't know what you mean that you were trying to get into Mary. You can't access it. Ice Cold, Life Trader, Steve, Chicago Happy, Dab Master. I appreciate every one of you, and I'll go.